Bessa and Nocturne taken out. They're fearful of that.
LYON first pick.
Engaged play.
Okay, so we've had Karma banned every game. We've had Azir banned. Ambessa and Nocturne. Ambessa was banned second half in game number 1. Nocturne was banned second half in game number 2, if I'm remembering correctly. Now remember that Seraphine has also been banned out every time so far here in the first half of the draft. Pantheon has also been one of those permanent bans, so that one's going to be removed by LYON. Varus is still up. That's another one that's been banned in the first 6 so far in both of our games. So I'm curious, what are we going to let through? Orianna, also still up.
Yeah, without
Orianna first pick.
Turn, a little bit less, but still.
Orianna nach Piri wäre noch ab.
Let's see what they're going to decide to go with. It has been such.
Oder Seraphine first pick. Seraphine oder Orianna, aber wir geben nicht.
First pick Yunara in the first game.
Es muss Orianna eigentlich werden. Es muss eigentlich Orianna werden.
So really trying to get some sort of that bot lane trial super early on. Ash Seraphine.
Okay, was haben sie gegen Orianna?
Right now. So they want to go with the Seraphine side.
Dass du dich noch traust zu lachen, nachdem du das Game gerade so...
Having the slow is super nice. And into the Seraphine, there's multiple options. Interesting they're going with the Bard here for Vulcan.
Wenn sie mir fürs hinein.
Vulcan definitely is a huge Bard lover and a very good Bard, but maybe they're going to get Sven something fairly safe on so that he can just kind of farm down there and then they can have more roam time for Vulcan. Because the other angle to go with is always trying to kill the Seraphine lane and go for hook champions. But not this time around because Nautilus was already played. And so pretty easy Ashe Seraphine.
Der Jungle haben wir noch Wukong.
Different Isles.
Okay, we'll see how much pressure they can get out of this one, see how much extra presence Vulcan will be able to have across the map with that Bard. When people think of NA Bards, Busio is always the one that comes to mind first and foremost, but
Guter Akali pick.
also one of our better Bard players. I feel like a lot of times he will
Guter Akali pick.
performances with the champion, and we're going to go ahead and see LYON slam the Akali
Wenn sie mir fürs hinein.
as the response to APA's Orianna.
Yeah, these are always my favorite ones.
Oh, bitte kein Jhin.
Give the Orianna and then you take someone that can attack it and
Oh, bitte kein Jhin. Alles außer Jhin.
but really in side lanes later on as well. So if you want to try and make use of this Bard later on and using ults and trying to get some roaming pressure down, like it's pretty dangerous even for Orianna to be out there.
Okay.
That's a safe champion I was talking about there for Sven, so you can pair it with the Bard and
Ja, theoretisch hättest du Ash wegpicken können. Wäre möglich gewesen.
distance, but honestly, on the opener, I do like the LYON side.
Okay.
I always really like the Akali angle here. Maybe they'll have some good defensive play there with the Bard, but take a look at the jungle because jungle's really been whittled down. So
Yeah.
Bitte mir wirklich, wir sind immer noch bis hinein, Guys. Wir sind immer noch bis hinein, auch wenn der Typ ein Köter ist. Wir sind immer noch bis hinein.
advantageous regardless for Inspired for LYON. And I wonder if like Blabber might have to actually be on another just like utility jungle this
Like a meatball.
this time around too. But they're basically out of their last 2 picks, they need someone to deliver the Orianna ball, and someone to have their heart engaged for them. So let's see what they decide to go with. I mean, Thanatos, main champions, just kind of getting chipped away at here again with the Gnar ban from LYON. Obviously, the Dokla counter pick did not work out well last time around with the cannon. That was certainly a drawback.
Yeah, Dokla's going to want that one back, but looks like we are going to get a Malphite ban here. I mean, that's useful ban.
Die LCS-Matchups heute waren nicht so interessant.
Yeah,
To be honest.
definitely one
Fand ich. Actually, SK Shift, das war eine Shitshow.
enthusiasts that we've had. And pretty good target.
Wir haben hier noch keine Antwort auf Akali hier gerade. Riesenproblem.
Big front line from LYON.
Weiß ihn mit Wukong gehen wahrscheinlich.
Well, let's see if LYON want to ban out another one of these top lane options here for Thanatos. And we
Ist nicht Wukong auf 4 einfach?
That is a very good one. Ashe Seraphine, obviously.
Wukong auf 4, da kommt ein Sion.
On C6
Sion plus Jungle, ich weiß nicht, was da kommt, aber...
in the face of an Olaf. So I like that. Really like that ban actually. Taking away the possibility of, honestly...
Muss doch Wukong sein, oder nicht?
Blabber in his day was a great jungle Olaf as well, so...
Huh?
kind of double ban coverage here.
Okay. Whenever I
Was?
see a Poppy locked in, I always immediately think, what is the value of the steadfast presence? It can be very, very powerful against Molly when she tries to go in to stop her from being able to do all of her ninja stuff and flip around. And
Pick doch Wukong.
Obviously doesn't have any value against the Seraphine and the Ashe because neither one of them have.
Pick doch Wukong.
So we'll see how much value they will be able to get out of stopping Saint's mobility in these fights. LYON do now need to show us what we're going to get here for that front line like you're talking about. When I think front line, I feel like Sion fits the bill.
So then, is Thanatos going to play Gwen into the Sion and try and just demolish him again and have a big carry in the top lane? Because they very well could. They could.
Da kommt Wukong, oder nicht? Sehr simpler Wukong.
You know, Gwen angle or something kind of carry there for Thanatos. And beat that Sion, but we'll see.
Ich finde Wukong ist nicht mal so gut für LYON. Ich weiß nicht, was sie gehen, aber Wukong ist nicht mehr so gut.
You need that front line, so the Sion and the Wukong.
Es ist Poppy Top, nein, es ist Poppy Jungle. Aber warum? Es ist es ist fucking Alien. Es ist Alien auf Gwen. Vertraue ich auf Thanatos? Ich weiß es nicht.
Top diff here for Cloud9, or will LYON team play be able to pull it off? Personally, I do like the LYON side because it has the big team fight.
Bro, sie haben halt kein HCC für die Akali, I don't know.
The cheers, by the way.
Sie haben halt keinen HCC für die Akali und das macht mir wieder Sorgen.
Yeah! They can see!
We got the screen operating at full power. We got the draft completed for our game number 3. LYON's got so much engage again.
But I think the real big thing for me is going to be how effective is this Akali?
Okay.
I have pretty big confidence that Saint is going to be one of those terrifying Akalis. And the thing is, even with your Gwen advantage into Sion, your Gwen also could struggle against the Akali. So either the Orianna or the Gwen, if Akali has a good early start, both of those could be good matchups for Saint. So I'm leaning towards the LYON side, but we'll see. It definitely depends on how fed Thanatos can get.
Inspired also on the Wukong. Wukong plus Seraphine together, I just feel like there's so much engage power with this. Wukong jumps in, he does his first Cyclone, gets the knockup. Seraphine fire her ulti through both Wukong and Wukong's clone for maximum overkill range. And then, okay, cool, now we've got Cyclone number 2. Oh,
ja, ich glaube, LYON gewinnt das Game, ich weiß nicht. Mal sehen.
Layers that you can put onto this. It's a real problem if C9 is not taking care to keep their vision up, make sure they watch their flanks and not get caught off guard.
Definitely is dangerous out
Wir waren die Games bisher enttäuschend.
Meanwhile, Thanatos has got the foremost Russian top lane camped, and Ward being down was already spotted, so Inspired knows that they've got vision on him.
Wird der Start wieder?
Vulcan also going with the Electrocute on the Bard in this one. This is one of these champs that I feel like we do see a variety of different keystones on. Summoner Spellbook being one of the ones that can be pretty prolific, so I always like to double check for those, see if we can expect any Summoner spell swapping throughout the game, but not going to happen here in this one. Checking where junglers are starting. We are on opposite sides of the rift, so should see Inspired pathing towards top. Meanwhile, Blabber will be heading towards the bottom lane. And I feel like if you're Blabber, you just want to have the early game not be the game 2 early game.
Well, it should be fine because Wukong's a farmer jungler and not Jarvan style kick your ass early jungle. So I think he's going to be fine. It's actually more on Poppy has a lot of like early creative angles he could go for, and especially if the skill shots from Sven and Vulcan are landing onto Isles. We had the camera down there for a little bit.
Wer verdient in der Lobby nach Inspired am meisten Schätzung?
And gets a Pepega Frog emote from.
Ich will es nicht aussprechen.
From Saint as a response.
Ich will es nicht aussprechen. Ich weiß es nicht, aber ich will es nicht aussprechen. Ich will es nicht aussprechen, no joke. Also ich weiß es nicht. Aber der ist schon eine ganze Weile da drüben, wisst ihr? Der ist schon eine ganze Weile da drüben.
All right, Dokla eating the business end of the scissors up here as Thanatos on the Gwen will try to put as much pressure on early as is possible. Inspired pathing up towards this top side of the map. Now you can see clearing the smaller camps before he goes for the red buff. Meanwhile, Berserker and Isles still just chilling down here. Again, it's all about those skill shots like you're talking about. Can Sven and Vulcan constantly find those?
So, die Frage ist, wir sind ja jetzt hier dann bis um 3. Oh, ich habe da ein soziales Experiment Experiment vor, tatsächlich. Ich weiß nur noch nicht so ganz, wann ich es starte. Ja, ich weiß noch, Wer sagst du, hat das letzte Game? Ich glaube, LYON gewinnt dieses Game. Jetzt? Nee. Zweite Series. Für die zweite Series machen wir ein soziales Experiment.
Plus hot cocoa.
Plus hot cocoa deliveries.
Yeah.
Some big health differences.
Gucken wir mal, was wird.
Blabber did the full clear recall and skipping Scuttle Crab, so he could be here early with the popping and for contesting these Raptors. Really like this from Blabber.
Mal gucken. Ja, in Welt super. Super Raptor Respawn genommen.
Support like Bard. If you get your buy timer, it's definitely worth skipping the early crab so that you can just take away those Raptors from Inspired. He's never going to get those back. Meanwhile, you can just go get your crab afterwards anyway. So nice little maneuver there from Blabber to very, very slightly delay the Wukong farming. Just take away one camp and make use of the Bard roam.
Okay, Blabber.
Oh, dude!
Ooh, that feels bad. Losing
Passt.
the Total Crab to the enemy support. Blabber's Crabbers do not succeed today.
Passt.
Take back what I said.
Passt.
You can't go get the Scuttle whenever you want. Nope. Not when Isles
Not
is
Passt.
Seraphine is right
Passt.
there, ready and waiting to steal it away with a high note. So Isles
Passt.
will be happy about that one. 30 seconds until we have our first dragon spawn in this game. We haven't really seen super early dragon priority so far. I feel like it was around 8 minutes in game number 2, around 7 minutes in game number 1, I think. But we're not seeing anybody just beeline straight forward as soon as it spawns.
Yeah, not important for me so far. I got it actually. Oh, nice.
Really? Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty nice.
It's not expected thing, but it is nice. Inspired. The little clip that kind of cut off what he was saying ahead of time, but he started that way. He started the replay by saying it's not that important. For me. So seems like he wasn't that worried.
Okay, Saint trying to go in after APA, but immediately jumps back after Vulcan's ready for the follow-up. Blabber wants to dive in for the tackle.
Okay.
Blood, C9.
The double gank. Bard roams from Vulcan, finding some extra power here.
Nice.
Blabber there to finish it off. Vulcan gets the flash out of him, and Blabber finishes it off. Now Inspired's going for a Gromp steal here. Blabber's on the hunt, and Blabber has Smite too. Smite fight! Oh,
Nope.
Doesn't walk up to go see it.
It's just Gromp violence again from Inspired. Moves in, steals that one away, but C9 are going to be happy about Blabber getting himself.
Der Campingstuhl ist schon wieder draußen, Freunde.
Swooping in. Kill on Saint.
Der Campingstuhl ist schon wieder draußen.
But I stole your mid lane champion camp.
The most important camp. Nice. Vulcan, Berserker and Isles continue to go forward. They want the kill onto the Bard.
Ja.
Going through the
Der Campingstuhl ist schon wieder draußen. Es ist over.
Under serious pressure now as Sven barely stays alive. Blabber's ready to follow it up, and Sven gets the kill with a Mystic Shot. Now Saint's coming in off the wall, trying to protect Isles, who does flash away to barely live.
Ooh, we are getting hot. I mean, I like the first chase, but then Blabber on the timer here to... Wait, does that...
Oh! You gotta be kidding me. Nice shot.
I'm going to look, see if there was any extra... When was the last time they saw Seraphine? Let me see here. Continue, Flowers.
Okay.
Brother, es ist upgraded Smite. Oh mein Gott, macht er Damage. Alter, macht die Orianna Damage.
Anything he can do here doesn't really look like it. Yeah, he's got Saint next to him, but C9 are moving as a unit. They know that if this Akali is allowed to try to pick off stragglers, that's exactly where she wants to be, but nobody on C9 is straggling.
All right, that was pure blind from Sven. The last time they saw Seraphine was as Seraphine just entered their own tribe rush. So it's not like he saw him walk into the lower part, because Ezreal very clearly targeted the lower part of that tribe rush.
Yeah.
It could have been either the top side or the bottom side of it, but really good prediction and snipe there from Sven to get the other kill. So this ends up, Flowers, with actually being a 2-for-1 in Cloud9's favor, because Berserker and Isles, they do get the chase kill onto Vulcan, but because of Blabber's recall time in there, he is there for the pickup, and then this one...
Weißt du, wir brauchen Ruby, zweimal Ruby Crystal, Rod of Ages.
Nice snipe. He gets
Rod of
the
Ages hat er
side of the tribe rush.
Oh!
Jesus, war das laut.
I feel like that was all of us in that moment.
Yeah, I like these.
That was a pretty good shot, though. But yeah, Sven living there in that initial dive. You saw
Fühlt sich hier auch nicht.
try to get the lockdown, try to get the root. It just barely misses Sven. If that hits, they can follow up and secure the kill onto the Ezreal. Then he can't fire back for the extra damage onto Berserker. He can't get the snipe onto Isles. So Sven staying alive there ends up being a big swing in the overall outcome of that play. Beautiful shot comes out from Berserker here with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Now APA's got to try to get away from Saint.
Wow.
Flashes back and stays alive.
Okay, Flash acquired. That's what they're looking for. Ult for ult trade, but extra flash advantage now for Saint. The Orianna definitely going to have a bit of a dangerous time. This is one of the things from Champs like you're looking at is how effectively can they attack this Orianna. So nice Ash Arrow from Berserker and follow up there from Saint to get the flash out. But Thanatos has been, I guess this is probably about the expected level of Thanatosing and farm advantage in the Gwen versus Sion.
So, ja, ich glaube, ich sehe das Problem halt eher dann im Teamfight, oder nicht? Ist die Akali nicht einfach komplett OP hier?
Each one of those giving the value of, like, you know, a health potion or something. It adds up over time, just providing all of this extra.
Ist die Akali nicht einfach komplett OP hier? Mal sehen, wie viel die Poppy machen kann.
For the Akali to feel like he's at a spot where he can really force APA to play more defensively, where Saint can kind of have that control over the lane. So I like what we're getting from Vulcan so far here in this early game. C9 up about 1,000 gold.
Blabber gonna stop him. He's gonna mistime his W and then shoot the ult into nowhere.
Even between the two carries right now,
Gut, war schon ein Pilz noch.
it's just slight leads towards pretty much everybody on C9 over their LYON counterparts.
Oh.
Being that Isles has a little bit more money on his Seraph.
Wie, warte mal, da ist noch eine Series danach. Hä? Was hast du Besseres vor, als das hier zu schauen? So blöd. Danach ist noch eine Series.
So the Frog does give pretty high rewards as far as jungle camps go. Good gold experience combination. But as far as those Bard shrines, they're really annoying early when the Bard is giving them, you know, like level 1 and stuff to your, you know, lane.
Wie traurig der gerade um die Ecke gelaufen ist.
So later on, it's not as big as
Sneaky spielt nicht mehr Pro.
sometimes
Schon eine ganze Weile nicht mehr.
if they're like in a really convenient spot.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can be super nice too. But we'll see. Dragon advantage for LYON versus the gold and the grubs for Cloud9. And Blabber, he's on the attack now, but it's another Gromp that belongs to Inspired.
You can't out-Gromp the Gromp Master. Nice, there's your Tempered Fate down here with the bottom lane. Vulcan setting this up. Isles takes a lot of burst damage, but they don't have quite enough to kill him here just yet. Inspired, a little bit more with the second cast. The Cyclone gets it positioning, but he has to die. He can't.
Und GG.
Saint arrives into the fight, finds the assassination onto Sven. APA's got no way home.
Ey, nein, nee, mir reicht es. Es reicht mir. Es reicht. Es reicht, es reicht, es reicht, es reicht, es reicht, es reicht. Jedes Wochenende lasse ich mich wieder auf die Scheiße ein. Jedes Wochenende aufs Neue. Und das ist zu insane, Mann.
But the answer in the delay there, Isles got his ult off and then he flashed away to safety. So he's happy to sacrifice himself on the front lines to ensure that they can get the follow-up because he knows Saint is on his way down and he's going to be able to turn the difference here. Berserker constantly slowing them all and LYON getting the better in the counter.
Okay, now Vulcan again trying to invade the enemy jungle, but quickly being forced back out, goes on a magical journey to escape, keep himself alive. Fed Akali is a nightmare to deal with, Kobe, and you already mentioned back in the draft, whichever one of the side laners has to deal
Ja,
with
die Akali ist sehr OP.
far ahead of the pace of the game, it's not fun for the Orianna or the Gwen, as now Blabber just trying to get out of this bottom side river, does not want to find himself in a compromised position here, does have his MasterCard power spike with the Sundered Sky, but still just got to be careful when LYON are lurking and looking for these picks. Saint still doesn't have the, well, hold on, that might just be the UI not telling me the correct information, but once Saint has his ulti up, that's going to be really scary.
Yeah, definitely.
All chat.
Definitely has huge kill pressure because
Gehört.
a lot of key flashes, or at least the key flash is.
Okay, he's got it.
Is still down for APA. Yeah, the scoreboard's kind of bugging out. APA's flash actually only has a few seconds on it. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Now, Thanatos is going to be paid a visit by Saint, but there's no opportunity for LYON to really look for anything on the C9 top laner. Blabber and Vulcan again, just kind of shadowing APA as he shoves out this wave, completes his mid lane quest right there. Berserker and Isles noticing that the enemy support has roamed yet again, just trying to maintain control over the lane, but they do have to play with enough respect that they don't get punished as Vulcan and Blabber return to the bottom side of the map. Both junglers hanging around the area here as Ven just continues to try to land these mystic shots, find a little bit of poke, but he's got to be careful himself as Berserker's volleys keep finding their target.
Yeah, it does see there a little bit of poke damage. Now Akali Roam is coming first.
Okay.
So LYON moving up for extra space because Saint has the early pathway, but they call it off now. Honey Fruit, really, really good sustain here, and LYON can just start up the dragon off this. Stills, Ven, and Vulcan have been poked a little bit at the start of this.
Okay. Here we go, potential dragon fight, 4v4 down here in the river. Top laner teleports are ready to go if they want to try to join. Dragon down to 2,000 HP, Keeper's Verdict, nice usage there from C9.
Good.
Guarantees that they can secure the
Solid.
objective without having to fight LYON for it.
Yeah, really good. You know, Poppy and Bard
Sehr solid.
combo is so nice. You can Poppy ult them out and you can Bard escape.
Sehr, sehr solid gemacht.
So they can't even chase you down afterwards. Great stuff there from Blabber. Poppy ultimate land, secure the smite, and nice little heist from Cloud9.
And honestly, Kobe, 14.5 minutes into the game, we got a real close one here in game number 3. I always like it when the last game of a series is the closest game of the series, and I feel like that's what we're getting here on day 1 of spring. Thanatos has to be a little bit mindful of what LYON's trying to do here. Saint does arrive into the top lane, looking to see if maybe he can finish this off.
Ja.
Smoke screen is down, and Saint's got the burst.
Ja, trotzdem worth it, wahrscheinlich. Wahrscheinlich worth it.
To make it an even trade.
I feel like that's a case of, I just used my teleport up here. I'm going to get paid.
Yeah, I'm getting something. I didn't press the button for no reason.
You may kill me, but I'm definitely killing you.
And I don't know, man. I feel like if I'm going to pick between an Akali and a Poppy to have kills, I would rather have the Akali with all of the kills.
Agreed. Agreed. More danger with the Akali. Okay, so teleport invested for that play as well as the Akali ult, which honestly the cooldown is very short already because it's rank 2 already, so doesn't even have to wait that long to become a really big side lane threat again. All the outer towers are still up though, so it's not hugely problematic at the moment. And honestly, maybe I'm looking at the next Ash Arrow as the real ignition tool here for LYON, but because Akali has no teleport, this should be Cloud9 guaranteed. Rift Herald, LYON really have no business going over there. Yeah, I would be very surprised if they chose to try to fight around an objective that their fed Akali cannot make it to in any reasonable amount of time. But Dokla has to flash away now. Tempered Fate still finds him. Blabber's going to summon up the Herald. And honestly, I feel like this is just a blunder from
Okay.
What are we doing here? He was like a
LYON ist ein bisschen am Griefen.
peak ward or something.
Okay.
Yeah, that one was confusing.
Did we just see a death for one auto on a ward or something?
No way. No way, right?
Yeah, man, that was a ward battle, bro.
Well, unlucky. Dokla's going to want that.
Akali ist immer noch ein gefährliches Ding, aber okay.
He dies without getting the ward. He's going to lose his turret. That's the first turret of the game. That's more money in the Gwen's pocket. We're talking about Akali being a fed side lane threat. Guess what? Gwen is immune.
Okay, we did say it does.
Ich will mich hier nicht aus dem Fenster lehnen und ich will auch keine Falle aufbauen, aber das sieht doch gar nicht so bad aus. Oder? Digga. Sentinels oder das Geister, wie sagst du, geht es aus über 2,5 Spieler und unter, du kannst sofort subben. Also Blattant nach Wetttipps fragen, bitte. Come on, man. Ein wenig Decency. Ein wenig Decency, bitte.
Alright, there you go. They kind of bring that one back nicely for themselves. Wukong and Akali both need money, so good stuff here for Inspired to get paid. Both of them can
In der Theorie sollte Sentinels das bessere Team sein.
put high pressure on Orianna. So
Sentinels sollte das bessere Team sein.
definitely going to be painful for
Keine Ahnung, ob es 2-0 wird, Brody. Keine Ahnung.
Sometimes the defensive ones can be
Erste Series, ich weiß es wirklich nicht. Ich könnte es nicht sagen.
Berserker in the mid lane here, though. seems positioned pretty nicely. I mean, Inspired does lose his blue, but I'm still the next Ash Arrow. I feel like they do have another opportunity.
Frag für einen Freund. Dein Freund kann direkt 10 Subs giften.
Still secures.
I feel like Berserker is just rushing Hex Optics.
Die 1 subben und 10 Subs giften, das kann dein Freund.
Very, very fond of this item.
A lot of AD carries do because it's efficient. It's pretty cheap. It's like a really good early item. Lots of value, especially since they made it really easy to get the range value from it now too. So I think I'm definitely on board with it.
Okay.
I think it's a good early all-arounder for most crit AD carries.
Well, he's also got the Phantom Dancer completed now, second full item. As over on the other side, Sven is
So, Drake wird interessant, weil wie spielen...
with the
Alter.
almost evolved into the Muramana, but now Thanatos facing the pressure of Inspired here yet
Oh, er
again.
hält auch noch seine Ulti.
Decimating smash.
Er ist halt so sick, ne? Weil jetzt halten die noch die Wukong-Ulti, die können immer noch fighten.
Some danger. Blast cone over the wall, back to the safety of
Erster oder zweite ist das erste.
C9 is not going to get punished there.
Er ist gerade in LC gewonnen, ja.
Yeah, the side lanes are already a problem for Cloud9, and it's not even the Akali, it's really the Wukong. Inspired.
Bist du reich? Natürlich nicht.
Inspired just kind of running.
Wir haben den 5. und ich lebe von Toastbrot.
Before Dragon, so it should be very good for Lion, but Dokla is taking a lot of damage.
Ach, der Typ da.
Committed the shockwave to the lone Scion, and it's going to end up resulting in a kill. APA
Reicht.
taking the credit for that one as Dokla's already out of
Was machen die?
secured by Inspired and Lion as Blabber jumps into the mix, but now he's taken a ton of damage from Berserker's focus fire. Keeper's verdict knocks the Lion 80 carry away, keeps Blabber safe for now, but objective still goes Lion's way.
Let's see, is this gonna mean much on the other side? I mean, I wonder how this Akali Gwen goes right now. Santos doesn't have ult, but Saint does. I guess he's just gonna recall anyways because it's a little deep. Yeah, it just got kind of weird there as Dokla's on the backside, so...
Kali ist so OP, oh mein Gott.
They're, you know, happy at least to still get money, even though they couldn't get Blabber.
Was baut Blabber da? Das ist eine gute Frage, weil machen die Ash und der Wukong nicht den Hauptdamage gerade?
From Inspired gets a combo damage.
Alright.
Oder bin ich am Trippen?
Coming through the magical journey. Pretty close.
They've still got that about 1,000 gold lead overall. You can see the biggest advantage for Lion is Saint's Akali. He's level 13 compared to level 14 of Thanatos, though. Top lane quest, of course, paying dividends with that bonus EXP. But Saint is still perfectly confident just to get this wave pushed out down here in the bottom lane. Baron's
Spirit Visit Incident Nummer 2.
close. I don't see anybody doing some Barons anytime
Moment
soon.
mal.
And we don't have a
Moment mal.
for another 4 minutes almost. So I feel like maybe it slows down a little bit here. Maybe.
I mean, unless we do have some sort of, you know, Ash Arrow hitting somebody, which is pretty hard since Ezreal is super mobile. Orianna still has flash right now. Gwen can easily just W it. So yeah, and maybe a Bard initiation like Vulcan.
Okay.
Vulcan can try and get summoner spells off of either Ash or Seraphine, making a kind of a pass-through mid now too. You can just look for that, but Lion should be able to push on both sides, and Saint does. Yeah, the call is just so
Wirklich, gewinnt Saint nicht?
That's why it's like it's still pretty good.
Ooh, nice arrow there from Berserker. Finds Vulcan before he can go on a magical journey, and they shoot down the C9 support. Nice pick.
Yeah, beautiful pick here. That's going to open up a lot of territory around mid. Blabber gets pushed out of the jungle here by Inspired, and the tower goes down. Dokla blast cones over as well to make sure they can finish the objective. Good pick from Lion into instant tower take, and the Akali on bottom side constantly keeps up the pressure here. You can dance in and out of the Gwen range, dodge most of anything that's really going to affect you. So,
Yep.
Play safe. Be very mobile, try and take a cheeky auto on a crystal out when the crystal's built up on the tower.
The crust.
The crust.
Yeah.
The gold crust.
If you can knock the tower crust off of the tower, then you're going to get that extra little payday. Makes it worth staying down there, keeping Thanatos locked in the lane where he can't try to join the fights and become the type of raid boss that he was on the Renekton in the previous game. 7 to 8, still very close overall in kills. 2 minutes until our next Drake spawns. Do you think we're going to get a fight for this one? Because it is a Chem Soul, lower value than normal, plus it's only 1 to 2 in the Drake count.
I actually think that we are, because we've got 2 item
Wer
power.
sagt aber, da fertig kam?
Everyone by that time
Denke ich.
probably will have
Für den Drake.
Okay.
Die Ash ist gefährlich.
finished.
Und Sven geht Serpens. Ja, ich meine, ich sehe den Value gegen die Seraphine. Ich glaube trotzdem, dass Endless-Hunger wahrscheinlich das bessere Item ist. Ich sehe den Anti-Shield-Value, aber ich weiß nicht, ob das der richtige Slot ist.
Be completely one-sided and just look like a giga gap if you get a super crazy Bard ulti and Poppy ult takes like half their team out of the fight or something. So we'll see if those are effective. I would hope for Cloud9 side though that they would be able to find a Bard or something ult onto the Ashe or Seraphine early, because Ashe and Seraphine coming to a team fight with both summoner spells is a completely different monster than if they don't have their flashes. Then they're super vulnerable and you can actually make a really put a lot of pressure. But Berserker and Isles have done a pretty good job of keeping their summoner spells and being really big threats and finding actually picks of their own with their Ashe and Seraphine ults.
I mean, Seraphine's pretty much full build, man. He's got his Echoes of Helia plus his Diadem of Songs. Like, this is the support power battery that just constantly keeps the heals and the shields spamming, makes it so difficult. Unless you can just kill her instantly like you're talking about, have some big engage. But LYON have control over the mid lane wave right now. Dokla and Berserker are going to clear out those enemy minions first. 20 seconds until the Drake spawns, and LYON wants to make sure they've got control. They'll use the Hawk Shot just to confirm that C9's not trying to sneak the Baron away. That would be one of the ways to accidentally blunder your position of strength away.
Okay, so
muss sie Ashe noch Base?
Unless he actually uses needlework, I don't think they're going
Die geben Drake wieder.
anything, but
Dokla rennt ihn runter, ist smart.
Well, there is needlework being used down here in the bottom lane.
Wie?
Same with the flash,
Was?
trying to stay alive, but no! Thanatos
How?
the pick. Saint falls. LYON at the same time trying
Okay.
to secure the dragon.
Drake ist weg, aber wie zur Hölle?
Have enough time to do so. The tempered fate and the true shot barrage on.
Ein Spiel, das ich ersetzen würde, ist...
So a kill for a Drake.
I want to see the
Wir würden sehr wahrscheinlich nicht gewinnen.
what Vulcan was able to land there, because
Nee.
Vulcan kind of like
Egal, für wen du mich reinpackst.
Thanatos there. They used the heal from Vulcan to get the speed, and Thanatos flash with his needlework to get the kill.
Interesting.
But regardless,
Oh, Laver with the blast cone over. Trying to
What?
make happen here. For
What the fuck?
But big
What the fuck?
drive with the Scion. So the turret does go over to C9.
What the fuck?
Kill.
Scion is also immune when he ults in.
Yup.
He is unstoppable. So Dokla ults in right through this Poppy ult, right through Blabber's face. That
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's massive. That's the enemy jungler dead for the next 30 seconds. Thanatos is down in the bot lane. He's teleporting back into the fight now, but he doesn't have the needlework ready to go here just yet.
Dieser Typ, ne?
The Baron.
Gwen ist Level 16 und sehr OP. Gwen ist sehr OP.
Really fast Baron.
TP kommt rein von Saint.
As you do see the teleport being channeled from Saint, looking to make his way into the mix. Thanatos.
Ja, Gwen tankt halt, ne?
Baron pit, just trying to keep LYON distracted. Saint in the middle of everybody, has to dive under the smoke. True shot barrage.
Jesus.
And Isles both. Dokla here on the front line, trying to buy some time.
Ja, richtige Choice dafür. Wow, dreimal Shockwave. Wer hat den Ash?
Coming out from APA.
Was?
Dokla's gonna die here on the Scion. APA gets the kill credit on that one. C9 wants to clean up more of these kills, and Vulcan with
Guter Flash von Vulcan.
man binding. It's beautiful to pick up 2 more kills and put the money in Sven's pocket.
Oh, that was messy from LYON.
Boah.
We gotta see the replay. That smite was either very early or he hit a champion with it. But he's still
Hat die Gwen gesmited?
Regardless, they die.
No way, oder?
The aftermath. Remember, Baron it gives like half the amount of gold it used to. So if you give up a bunch of kills, it's not worth anymore. But anyways,
Geile Shockwave.
actually stay on the Baron because there's no Blabber's obviously dead, so there's no smite for Cloud9. But let's take a look at who they actually smite. Good damage from the Ezreal ult and Thanatos. They just say, all right, we finish it. And here comes the smite timing, but he smites like a champion. Yeah, he's
hat Thanatos gesmited. Oh mein Gott.
shoots, and he still cues the Baron.
Oh mein Gott.
Still gets the Baron as Thanatos is trying to kill Berserker, but
Oh mein Gott.
well, extra deaths because of the really nice flash there from Vulcan.
Yeah.
Vulcan, it was just going to be the one, but good flash from Vulcan.
What happened, guys? They don't have a smite.
Well, what happened is they got hit with the Ezreal ult. That was like 300 damage on like 3 different people.
Yep.
And Thanatos was stacking up his Riftmaker and just chewing through the Scion. And so Thanatos and Sven both did a lot of damage there as they chased him.
Meine Akali geht dritte Teil im Rocket Belt.
And now you can see Sven has The Serpent's Fang completed. There's so much shield value on the enemy team with a Seraphine.
Buch bei APA.
You can really get a ton of value out of this item. C9 are up 3,000 gold as a team, and now they're the ones controlling the bot side river. Doko's got to be a little bit mindful of his positioning here.
Sven wird in der Backline gegangen.
Flies out from Berserker to find it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Inspired off on the left side of the fight here at the same time. Thanatos
Inspired hat gegrieft, oder?
Lion trying to get the punish here, but it's
Inspired hat gegrieft, oder? Das hängt in die Backline rein.
are already winning the team fight. And
Winning für C9.
with the shockwave completely removes Isles from the rip.
Inspired hat Todes gegrieft. War das Game Over?
Berserker cannot outfight the whole C9 squad, and that is a massive win for C9. 4-0.
Thanatos is dancing on them. Oh my goodness, he dodged everything.
Huh?
Really good arm
Ist die Gwen so OP?
as well to create the space in Cloud9. They're gonna ride this all the way to the base, Flowers.
They are going straight for the throat. Saint is the only one standing
Hä?
with Lion for the next 15 seconds or so. Sure, you'll have Isles back, but support
Die wollen-
isn't going to be able to stop the C9 war. Inhibitor already destroyed. Give him the
Okay.
lane, and C9 are pushing straight for the Nexus. Saint tries to jump in, but he doesn't have the damage to kill. The Akali falls, inspired. Back to life. He jumps in after Thanatos.
Guys.
Still don't have the damage to kill the Gwen. He goes back
Guys.
to the fruit, eats those, and C9 are going to
Drake sind für...
straight the base.
Oh mein Gott.
To jump in and get something
Oh mein Gott.
away from the arrow.
Oh mein Gott.
Chasing, and C9 is still getting away. Lion just cannot
Soul.
grab any of these kills.
Soul spawnt. Die haben Double TP aber ab.
All momentum in the entire game. It started with that Baron and ends with C9 destroying their inhibitor and one Nexus tower. Lion now still like they're trying to make the play extra long here, chasing them out, but their teleport comes back from Cloud9. They want to turn the tables here in the jungle, Blabber.
Yeah, Lion was thinking about the Dragon Soul, but no, it's not going to happen. Isles already
C9 gewinnt, oder? Thanatos ist OP.
gotta be careful just a
Saint kommt jetzt erst wieder rein. Vulcan ist 1-HP.
Saint arrives.
Oh, Berserker gestunt.
Still just trying to have
Oh mein Gott, macht er viel Damage.
this game, and right
Oh mein Gott, macht er viel Damage.
he immediately gets stopped by Blabber. Meanwhile,
Okay.
cut the fight
Thanatos in der Backline.
at the same time as Thanatos is on a rampage, just once again tearing through
Ähm,
the bars of life. The Gwen just
Haha.
cannot be stopped. Snip, snip. Make sure he uses the stasis to get to the decimating smash. Down from Inspired to Vulcan, but Thanatos is just gonna end the game. GG. Take down Lion.
Thanatos is a god.
Wie insane ist das?
Cloud9, get their finals.
Wie insane ist das, bitte?
First game was
What the fuck?
But they bounce back well. They'll take the best of 3 win against
What the fuck?
revenge for finals like you're talking about. And Thanatos is just the man.